Hello and welcome to the second episode of Factorio. We're currently working on steel processing and that should finish pretty soon. Uh, it has finished. Okay, we're going to plan the next one, which should be, if I remember correctly from the last episode, we're going heading for this. And then for the railway. And for the railway we need only level 2 and engines, and then we can get the railway actually researched, but we'll need Science Pack 2, so we're going to need a bit more of the production line doing. We'll probably need to automate the copper production as well. So I'm going to go for the logistics now, which is going to help us a bit. Right. We'll need to look at the automation of the copper line. Currently everything looks okay over here. Everything seems to be working very well. Have a decent copper production there actually. And how much is in that chest? Quite a bit. Just need to adjust something. Oops. Okay, chop down this tree. I'm going to decide on a place where I should actually build the entire factory because I want a production line running at the side of where we are as well. So we're going to produce actual research and everything all in one space. I'm thinking, looking at the area down here, in this area at the bottom, it might be a good area to go in. But there's a lot of trees here, you see. So we clear this area out of trees. Whoa, that would take a while. Might want to research flamethrowers before I do that. Then we can burn down the trees and use this area here as a full production line across. Because that's a very large area. It would be perfect for it. I think there's oil in that area there, looking at it. Oops. Let's pull up the main map. We have oil and coal in that area, but there's not many resources there, so if we burn down the trees, we can actually build in that area with a big factory that's in a straight line, straight across. We can wall off the area there to prevent any of these mobs here that look like they might be able to spawn from getting to us. So hopefully that should work. Anyway, on with the production line first. We need a bunch more conveyor belts. And we're going to have to split the coal off again. So, one of them. Them up. I'm going to grab some more iron ready, because we're going to need it. Did I choose a research that requires the green science packs? Okay, we're going to change the research to the electronics, because the electronics gives us a good range of extra things, like electrical distribution, which requires the green science packs as well, but So we're going to do that, then we'll do turrets, optics, stone walls, etc, etc. We'll get rid of all the lowly science ones first. Then we're going to have to go for the nice production line. Right. I'm going to disconnect the power from this. Take a stack of copper ore. And make sure we've got enough copper there. We've got plenty of copper produced anyway, so. 3, 2, 1. So we've got plenty of copper to be produced in there now. Gonna dismantle this line of production. I've got a ton of resources in my pocket now, but I should actually have done that. So don't want to waste fuel. Burn this down now. I can burn another 2, I think. I mean, nope, maybe 1. Yep. That's about as accurate as I can get it. I'm going to build some more of these burner furnaces, actually. So I should actually build it vertically, yeah. 1, 2, 3. What we do is we do 1 in, 1 out. So now we have coal supply and can just get away with that. We have coal supply and we have the copper supply ready when I've turned the power back onto it. So need to reconnect this to the power. But as with the previous one, we're going to have the same problem. We're going to run out of electricity for not electricity. We're going to run out of production that this can cope with more than this can produce. So currently, place that there. I'm going to put the copper in there and unload it off there. And I can make fast ones there. Actually, 1, 2, 3. Then 3. That'll give us plenty of them. We can control click and it loads them all in. And I'm going to have a production. Take that off there. And it's just outside the power range. Dang. I just had enough there. I need to produce 1 more. So now I'm getting copper coming in, plus the copper from the chest. And that's just out of range, so I can place that there. We've got future expansions with power here. Don't actually need all these power towers now. Dismantle this bit. That should reach, yeah. So now we have a copper line producing, and we have a steel line producing, well, an iron line. I should consider this now that I've got the steel production, haven't I? I've researched that, yep. Should consider the production of steel, but I need to also consider oh, pardon me, that I need to produce assembly machines as well. So I'm going to make the assembly machines, and we're going to produce copper coils in the first one. So the copper coils are there actually. Skip straight past them. Okay, another splitter. Have another splitter as well, and an underground. Right, my plan is I'm going to split off the iron here. So 50% of all produced iron will go back here and under. Time to remove that. Right, that can go right under there like that. That will not work. That will. Need more of them. So produce all I can. That was a silly maneuver. It wants to be there. Right. This will load into that, which will produce the coils, so I can power that up now. I need to go grab some more iron. It's a good job I'm producing it here. Actually, I didn't need to do all that. I just needed one factory here producing that, and one factory here producing them. The copper plates can run straight down here, because the basic science pipes don't actually need all the stuff I was going to do. They're just a iron cog gear wheel and a copper plate. So if I put iron gear wheels there, produce 5 inserters. I'll upgrade these at some point. Actually, if I grab all this iron, iron ore, I can now make 4 of the fast inserters. And grab these. So yeah, fast inserter, fast inserter, fast inserter there. Should be able to power. Nope. Place that one in the wrong place. So if I move this inserter, just place that there. Move the inserter to there and extract from there. There. Should be able to just connect this up. Set this factory to produce science spikes. And away our production goes. Now just make an underground. Okay, so we've got the red science spikes coming out now. Just to build that, you can stick these on. That's just on the power grid now. So we've got a production of the red science spikes, and this is a future one. It'll produce for the green ones because I built the wrong part. Because the green ones take an inserter and a transport belt. To produce an inserter and a transport belt, you need an electronic circuit, iron gear wheel, which we've already got production for, and an iron plate. So I'd have to split the iron plates off to make the parts. The electronic circuit takes an iron plate and a copper coil, which we've got the copper coils producing for as well. So we can. I'm going to start building the things to do that, but I need the logistics 2 to be able to produce those science packs. So I need this to produce the green science packs because I actually need a larger... No, not that. I'm being silly now. I need this automation too because I need the assembly machine that can assemble an electronic circuit, inserter, and the transport belt. I think it's the inserter that takes 3 parts, and so you can include 4 ingredients in the larger assembly machine. In the basic one, you can't actually do 3 parts, you can only do 2 ingredients. Ingredients is what I meant. So very soon we'll have 5 assembly machines. And once I've researched far enough, I'm going to actually make the factories produce themselves. Right, so we need copper plate, iron plates, and the copper coils. What I'm going to do is put off here, I can place a conveyor belt. So 1 block away, conveyor belt goes down here when you stand in range, that is. There we go, we have a conveyor belt down. Now 1 space away to the top, I can place down the factory. So now I can extract from there onto this belt, pick it up with this, and produce the electronic circuits. So now it's set up ready for the electronic circuit. I need to produce some inserters. I should split off this iron as well. So build a couple of splitters, because we're going to need to split the copper off at some point. Also, I was informed once, wherever you've got copper running to 2 different factories, you should always split it rather than doing what I've done there. Because what will happen is, when the copper coils are needed, they will take all the copper they can, which will starve this production here of copper, so I won't be able to produce the red research anymore. So you always split it so that 50% of it goes to each, and then you split it again so that you've got half of each line's production going off to each side. It's a much better way of doing it. I'm getting to the point where I don't need some of these power towers. As you can see, I've filled up that, and I shouldn't have built that as long as I did. They've got all that. We need to put some iron on there now. I've got the splitter for it. And I put that in the wrong place. Dook. Dang. Right. What I'm going to do is run this across. And I've run out of them. So. Keep that production going, by the way. I'm using 2 sides of the belt again to be able to produce stuff. Right, we've got some electronic circuits producing, but we're not taking them anywhere. I'm going to remove these trees. With the trees removed, I'm going to now look at the production line. I've got to take the electronic circuits and put them into the inserters, which means I need an iron gear wheel there, an iron plate, and an electronic circuit. So the best place to put that one factory is here, because that way I've got my production of coils on this line, My iron plates are also here. Using the iron plates here, I can just transfer the electronic circuits directly into here, even though I can't produce them yet. And I can put the iron gear wheels onto a conveyor and take them to the top side here. So I want to extract some of these iron gear wheels now, top side. It'll mean that I use more of the... Need a few of them. Means I use more of the conveyors, and I'll use more of the gear wheels as well. But it also means I'll have more space out. Dang. I need to take them a different way because it doesn't work like that. Take them that way and they'll be able to come around the top. So up, round. So right, that research is done. We can now do automation 2 because I did the electronics. So we'll research that now, which means we'll be able to finish this factory off. We've also got the components ready. If we go inside this factory here and look at it, we need an iron gear wheel and an iron plate, which we're already running through. So we can actually tie that production in already. I should have took the iron plates onto this conveyor. That would have been a good idea. But what we're going to do is place that factory there. We know this one's going to be an upgraded factory too. So we're going to produce the transport belts here. We know what we need to put in it. We've already got the parts nearby. And we know that we need a point for extraction of those. So what I'm going to do is produce 2 long arm extractors. Now where we're going to use these is here, because this will extract the produced parts that we need to make the items. So we know we're going to have a conveyor here that runs there. I can pick those up that's been produced. See, this is also a handy thing. You can now pick up the conveyor belts that have been produced. And see, we're running short on the iron there. I could extract it from this chest, actually. I should actually upgrade all these inserters now. Right, we'll grab a few more conveyors. See, we're encroaching onto some of the resources here, which I don't really want to do. But for now, it'll be okay. Why have I got a stone there? Oh dear. The stone's getting into the mix, you see. Because I didn't think I've done the copper. Need to get rid of this stone. Well, I can't be bothered to get rid of the stone, so we've got a problem there where we had some stone in it. And now we've got stone in there, so... Let's see, if you smelt stone, you get stone bricks. And we just had a mistake of getting stone bricks in the mix. Could do with the smart inserter. Oh yeah. That's it, that'll do me. Right, what I can do now is create a chest, use the smart inserter, and take items that match the smart inserter's filter, and we put them in the chest, which is the stone. We connect it to the power as well, because that's required. So now hopefully instead of the stone getting past there, it should be put into the chest, just like that. So now I can dump the copper back onto the production line and re-enable this storage device, because I seem to have disabled it. There we go, we've got a nice supply. Now back to upgrading these. So now as iron line, we could actually do with increasing the production of our iron. Because if you look, we're running down on iron quicker than what we're producing it. So as soon as the automation 2 is completed, which shouldn't be too long, because that's only 40 of them, but we've not got any of these coming through for some reason. Iron gear wheels are missing. So we need a supply of iron in there, which that of course will do, but they're being taken all by the top end. It must be more effective for it to take it out the top side than the bottom side, edge side. Right, what we'll do is we'll overload it with iron for now. Or we'll just produce 100 of them. That'll be the easy way. Yeah, that'll give us plenty. So we cancel that production there. We cancel all of them and drop that in there. There's going to be plenty of cogs in here for doing this. I'm going to fill up this line here with the supply. We'll get the automation 2, and then we can make our green research, which I think I'm going to make down here. Just so I can avoid being in the way there of the mining operation that might do. Right then, so we can actually produce this on a level 1. Because of the simple requirements, we don't need no excessive production. Because the red research goes to one side, we want to go to the other side with the green research, so we can have a line of production that comes down here with green and red on the same belt. It's going to take a little bit of jiggling, but it's just nice and neat. Right. Just do that. And I need to go and get to Sod's Law. Oh, didn't rotate. There we go. So when that produces something, we'll get the green ones out now. Just need to finish this automation and I'm going to craft a bunch of them. Actually, I could just steal them. problems are I'm not pulling enough iron off this production line now. So I should actually increase my iron production. I should move this. A redesign. Right, the production of these wasn't coming out very effectively, so we're going to do it like this. To fill both sides, we can do a simple thing like that. Now the production of these will come out and go on both sides of the belt, which will fill both sides of the belt up, which will make a double the production down here. What we also want is a slow filling chest. So if I put the chest here, it will slow, and put a slow inserter, it will only take one of every two, in theory. So some will go through, some will go in the chest. And I can stick a lot in there to start with. What we can also do now is increase the production that goes down this line. That requires more burner inserters, which means I need to go get stone out of the chest. So we've got some stone there. We can make 5 of them. We're going to majorly increase the production here. Also, we probably need to make a mining drill, so we've got to steal some of the electric circuits. That's enough electric circuits, iron gears, so we could just go grab a bunch of iron gears. This is the way you do production now, because we've got production going. Bunch of iron, we've got enough for the drill. So we can expand. And we can increase the production of this mining rig now. We'll move these out of the way a minute. Right, we also need some more conveyors, so I'll grab them. And we'll run the conveyors down there. And the conveyors down here. There is a more effective way of doing this, but I'm currently just trying to get this done quickly. Actually, this is a waste of a lot of space and time, but I need the inserters now. I'm currently not producing them, and I need plenty of iron, so I'm going to get a stack of iron. Yeah. Let's see, I have 5 burdens there, so I need 10 inserters. So just wait for them to produce now while we go around and check. We're almost done on the automation. Just run out again for them. So we'll put a bunch of iron in there. It's a shame that it doesn't let you divide between the two areas, but that's we'd manage without. Right, best way, always fill before you extract, because that way you can have it producing before you extract it, because I'm waiting for the inserters, extractors that they call them, inserters. They also extract. But means that now I've got a production line of iron going on that is much faster than it was before. I'm probably going to run low on resources here. Look, if you see, I've already taken all the iron ore here. They're going to take the iron ore faster than this can produce, so we're going to actually get behind again on that. So I'm going to build another mining drill and start mining this up here. Actually, I'll build 2. My automation's getting there. I'm going to actually cut this episode once I've placed these mining drills, because we're now up to about 40 minutes, is it? No, 35. We will be 40 minutes by the time we've done. Right. Place these and set them up. I'm going to join in here on this one. That's just sad law that I picked the wrong place. Powered. Oh. And power them. Get them both with one like that. So now I've got lots of production for iron ore. The iron plates are getting there. Actually getting some throughput here, I think. Yep, we're getting the actual parts produced. I just saw another problem we have. We don't have enough electricity production. So I need to look into my electricity as well. And it's their performance. 80. See, we're now using water at a rate that we're not producing enough heat. So 1, 2, 3. We need an extra boiler for the production. Water's now up to 100%. And they're now able to produce enough electricity continuously. Yeah, we're not consuming more than what we're producing now. We're on the limit though, so I'm going to have to consider building another steam engine soon. And possibly another couple of boilers to keep up with them. But there we go, we've got a little factory going already. They seem to be running the copper at over capacity. Might need to expand my copper production. Oh, that's a nice chunk of copper there. So mining the copper over here and transporting it over. And there's our automation too. Okay, I'm going to change my mind slightly here. I'm going to start producing the green research. We'll research optics first. Going to set up this green research and then we're done. So we need 44 iron. I'm going to leave the iron on the production line and take from the chest. There we go. What? Also, placing a factory over the top of an already existing factory just removes that factory from the actual place. So now I can do a fast inserter into that. We want the inserters. And there we go. Oh dear. I will break that quickly. I just realised I've not actually set this up very well. Dunk. We need gears and plates. Should have put them on conveyor, but what? See how quickly optics is researched. It's nearly half done already. Just because we have the production in place now. Okay, that's now producing the inserters, which will go along this line here, into here, and we'll start producing both of. We'll start producing the research when I put the conveyor belt in the right place. That was silly. Make this a fast inserter as well. The machines aren't very fast at this level, and I'm now overusing my production of power. So I need some part of the factory to shut down, which will happen eventually with this, I think. Looking at the iron production, we may catch up with it. At least I hope so, anyway. For now, I'm going to call this the end of the episode. So thank you for watching, and goodbye.